showing you guys how to play How You Get the Girl off of the 1989 Taylor's Version album on the guitar. So here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so to play through this whole song, you only need to know 3 different chord shapes, and we're going to start with our C major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner series right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out right here. The next chord shape is our G add 4. And then the last chord is our F sus2 over C. And those are the only 3 chords you need to know to play through this entire song. Alright, so go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really memorize these chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them. Even though there's only 3 chords in this song, the song moves super quickly, so you want to make sure you have those chord transitions under your belt. So if this is something you're currently struggling with, I do have a Practice With Me chord transitions playlist on my Forever Faithful channel, so I'll make sure to link that in the corner if you need it. But once you've mastered these chords and those transitions, then we can go ahead and talk about the strumming that I would recommend for this song. Alright guys, as I always say, if you are brand new to playing guitar, or you're somebody who struggles with playing guitar while singing at the same time, the first thing I was just doing is to bring up the song and go ahead and go through the entire thing with just a single down strum on each chord change as you sing through the song. And you want to take this time to really get used to what word or what syllable you're on whenever those chords are changing. So here's the quick example of what that would look like. Stand there like a ghost, shaken from the rain, rain. All right. That's just a really quick example, but you would essentially want to do that for the entire song and just really make sure you know where those chords are going to be changing. And it's actually something you do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I'll make sure to leave that link in the description box. But once you come back, we can go ahead and add to this to do more of a full strumming pattern that I would recommend for the song. Alright guys, so for today for strumming, we are going to venture a little bit more into the intermediate side just because we are going to be counting this in a 16th note count. So if you don't know what that means or how to use that, I would recommend checking out my beginner series here on YouTube. I go over all of the popular strumming rhythms that Taylor uses when she plays live and things like that, and we break it down a little bit more. So check that out. I'll link it in the description. But it's going to sound like this. We have a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a down, up, down, up, down, down, up, 1, E and E, a 4 and a. Alright, this one can be a little bit more difficult just because we're going to be kind of like having a lot of rest time in between some of these strums. So this is definitely something that you want to take slowly at first and then build up the speed over time. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to play this pattern one time through for the C and the G chords throughout the song, and then we're going to repeat this pattern and play it twice for all of the F chords that we come across in this song. Okay, the good thing about this one is that the entire song, almost the entire song, goes from C to G to 2 measures of F. So the structure of it and the chord order is the same, which makes it a little easier to learn. So let's go ahead and apply this strumming pattern to some of our chords. I've got my C chord on my left hand. We're gonna go down, up, down, up, down, down, up. All right, to our G add 4, down, up, down, to our F sus2 over C, down, up, down, down, up, twice for F, okay? All right, and what we just played there is going to be basically the entire song. So without stopping, we've got C, up, down, down, up, G add 4, so the important thing about this particular strumming pattern is that for this song and most of 1989, the tempo is super quick, so that's true in this song as well. You are going to have to build up the speed and be able to keep this count going as we go faster. So if this is something that you're already struggling with, I do have a Practice With Me strumming series on my Forever Faithful channel, and I go over this exact strumming pattern over there, and we kind of build it up in real time together. So I'll link that in the corner if you're interested, but you need to be able to play this at a pretty quick tempo. So let me show you what it sounds like more at full tempo. We've got C, G, F. So you can see it's super fast. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. All right. So what I just played there takes a lot of practice. You really got to get used to all of the strumming, the downs and the ups. So I would definitely recommend checking out my Practice With Me series on this one. But if you are familiar with this pattern, because we do cover it in a lot of the other songs that we learn here on this channel, then the next thing you want to do is you want to apply a palm mute if you can, okay? So basically with the palm mute, what I'm doing there is I'm taking my right hand that has my pick in it, or whichever hand is your strumming hand, and you want to kind of take the side of your palm here and just kind of gently lay that here over the bridge of your guitar, and you want to like lightly touch the string so that when you strum down, it has more of a dampened sound. You still want to be able to hear what chord you're playing. All right, but it just kind of is going to be a little bit more muted, and it's only going to be for the down strums. For the up, you're going to have more of a ringing sound. So for this pattern with a palm mute, it'll sound like this. See how it's mostly my down strums being muted? All right, it might sound a little bit muddy right now, but as you speed it up, it'll sound a lot cooler and a lot more like how Taylor plays it live. So sped up at full tempo with a palm mute, it sounds like this. So again, palm muting is another technique that takes a lot of practice. I do have a kind of how-to on how to palm mute as well, so I'll link that in the description. But this is a technique that Taylor uses a ton, so you really want to try to start getting used to how to apply that to your strumming. And for this song, it sounds really great because what I think sounds best and what Taylor does when she plays live is she will palm mute the verses, and then when she gets to the chorus, she'll let it ring out. So she'll take the palm mute out. So let's go ahead and go through a little bit of the song to see how all of this comes together. With my first verse on screen here, we're going to do the full strumming pattern with the palm mute, okay? So we've got C to G to F, twice, you got it. Stand there like a ghost, shaking from the rain. She'll open up the door and say you insane. And then you would play it like that all the way through all of the verses. When you get to the pre-chorus, I like to go down to just a single down strum, and that's how it works. Just one down strum on each chord. That's how you get the girl, all right? And then when you get to the chorus, same strumming pattern, we're just taking the palm mute out, okay? I want you for worse or for better. I would wait forever and ever. Broke your heart, I'll put it back together. I would wait forever and ever. And you just keep going like that throughout the chorus. Now the only place that's going to be a little bit different is the bridge. Nothing about like the strumming or anything changes. It's just the chord order is going to be a little bit different at the end of the bridge. So let me go ahead and go through the bridge with you so you can see how that sounds. We've got C, so here on this part of the bridge where it kind of repeats the chorus a little, you want to add a palm mute back in. Remind me how it used to be. Pictures and frames of kisses on, and then here on cheeks, we're going to do just a single down strum. Kisses on cheeks. And say you want me. On me, we're staying on the F chord, so that's where it's a little bit different than the rest of the song. Say you want me. And then here, I like to just go to an all down strum pattern, totally optional. Yeah, yeah, I want you for, okay? So I like to do like all down strums there. I think I've seen Taylor do that as well when she does this live. Totally optional. You could just keep the original pattern going as well. But that is the strumming that I would recommend using for this song. All right, guys, so again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really understand this strumming rhythm and build up that speed over time. Like I said, this one can be a little bit more tricky because it's not super straightforward, but I do have that Practice With Me series. So again, I'll link that in the description. Make sure to check it out if you need help with it. You do want to be able to get this pretty fast to play it with the original song. But yeah, once you have all of that down, the chords, the transitions, the strumming, and everything, we can put together everything we've learned in this video today to play through the song. 1, 2, ready, go. Jamming out to the rest of the song with me? Yeah! Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other Swiftie sing-along guitar tutorials. I've covered so many of her songs from all the different albums and eras, so if you are a Swiftie who loves to learn her songs on the guitar, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I will link it in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe and feel, but it's just as fun and easy to play. So I'll see you over there.